Are you having a lovely February, with love coming at you from every angle? I do hope so, and I hope you enjoyed last week's podcast of love poetry, many of them written by you and for you. I know I enjoyed reading the poems on the podcast. Well, this week we have more haiku. We are travelling to summer. Let me explain. This week we are primarily going to hear poetry from the January prompt on Poetry P's YouTube channel. And when I was deciding which video to use, it was the month of December. A month that can be quite miserable here in the suburbs of Zurich. Days of grey skies and snow. Snow which is lovely when fresh, unless you have to drive on it, but not so nice when it's icy or slushy. And I was desperate for a bit of sunshine. That's why you were treated to a bit of life from my village's summer festival. Maybe next year I'll bring you the pig racing. Hello, and welcome to the Poetry Pcast. My name is Patricia. It's a pleasure to be here and to read you some cracking haiku. As you know, you're going to hear poetry written for January's video prompt, and more poetry to take you to summertime. If, like me, you are still stuck in winter, although to be fair, we had some lovely sunny days here in the past week, and the gardens are beginning to develop a little bit of colour. Thank you to Linda Ludwig, our video prompt editor. She reads every one of your poems, and we had record numbers this time. So thanks to everyone who submitted. Unfortunately, we can't bring you every poem, but you can read them on our YouTube channel. The poems you'll hear today from January will be in the first journal of this year, 125. If you're wondering how to submit, because you haven't done it so far, well, you just head over to the Poetry P YouTube channel and find the relevant prompt video. Leave your poems in the comments. You can submit as many as you like, and there's a fresh video every month, except for December when we have a month off. Have you had a look at this month's video? It has a personal connection to our lovely Linda. In this new year, I'd like to ask you to consider sponsoring the podcast and taking out a membership at Poetry P. You can do that for as little as €2 a month. Details at Buy Me a Coffee. I can take you there via the website. If you can't do that, perhaps you'll treat us to a coffee from time to time. Help me keep the show on the road. Now, to get us in the mood for the wonderful prompt poetry, I'd like to read you some poetry that takes me to summer, from previously published books and journals, including, of course, our very own Poetry P. Have a listen. Rest stop. Cyclists asleep in the grass. Rest stop. Cyclists asleep in the grass. That's by Aubrey Cox from Tea's Aftertaste, 2011. And it definitely speaks of summer to me because, as you know, I love cycling. But there's no way I'd sleep on the grass at the moment, or even in the spring. Very chilly. Summer night. We turn out all the lights to hear the rain. Summer night. We turn out all the lights to hear the rain. And that's by Peggy Willis-Lyles from To Hear the Rain in 2002. A field of wildflowers. I recall the courtship, not the marriage. A field of wildflowers. I recall the courtship, not the marriage. George Swede, from Almost Unseen, selected haiku of George Swede, 2000. And yes, a field of wildflowers could be in the spring. But to me, it's spring verging on summer. And in this poem, recalling the courtship probably does suggest it's spring. But it's such a lovely picture, a field of wildflowers. Although there is a hint of sadness. Recalling the courtship, but not the marriage. The next few poems are from the Poetry P Journal, Summer 2021. Side by side, shelling peas, scent of fresh cut grass. Side by side, shelling peas, scent of fresh cut grass. Alison Douglas Turner. I used to love that job, and I'd do that sitting next to my mum. So that brings back very happy memories for me. Changing the mood slightly, here's one from Roberta Beach Jacobson. Last pink rose, we do not bring it up. Last pink rose, we do not bring it up. Summer shadows, the colour of ripe plum. Summer shadows, the colour of ripe plum. J. Friedenberg. Freckled faces, sand, salty air, days and days and days. Freckled faces, sand, salty air, days and days and days. Robert Quesada. And now some more from the Poetry P Journal, this time Journal 1, 23. Backyard picnic. The smell of grilled fish lingers on my hair. Backyard picnic. The smell of grilled fish lingers on my hair. Bona M. Santos. And that was the judge's choice in Journal 123. Clam bake. Every chin shines with summer. Clam bake. Every chin shines with summer. John Papas. Doesn't the internal rhyme work really well in that one? Clam bake. Every chin shines with summer. Nice one, John. Portofino Cafe. Tuna and scampi in a sea of olive oil. Portofino Cafe. Tuna and scampi in a sea of olive oil. Bruce H. Feingold. Candy floss. Smell of pink sugar spun in her hair. Candy floss. Smell of pink sugar spun in her hair. Herb Tate. Our sun-filled kitchen. Grandma heaps the big bowl with fresh sliced peaches. Our sun-filled kitchen. Grandma heaps the big bowl with fresh sliced peaches. Matt Snyder. And now the pièce de résistance, a reading of your poetry from January's video prompt. Humanity, the futile climb to oblivion. Humanity, the futile climb to oblivion. John S. Green. Building blocks, the clatter of their collapse. Building blocks, the clatter of their collapse. Yvonne Ettinger. Needing a change, left dangling once again. Needing a change, left dangling once again. Melissa Dennison. Fallen tower, the sky reclaims a little space. Fallen tower, the sky reclaims a little space. Amy Watson. Chaotic skies, the meditative stance of a blue heron. Chaotic skies, the meditative stance of a blue heron. Mona Beddy. Immense height of our design, hubris. Immense height of our design, hubris. David Cox. Alpine breeze, she steadies the crates with a prayer. Alpine breeze, she steadies the crates with a prayer. C.X. Turner. Skyscraper, reaching the blue sky, children's laughter. Skyscraper, reaching the blue sky, children's laughter. Laughing Waters. Kaleidoscope of vibrant hues, tumbling change. Kaleidoscope of vibrant hues, tumbling change. Sarah Carvalho. Cloudy day, anything to reach the sun. Cloudy day, anything to reach the sun. Samantha Pardo Irigoyen. Samantha's was the last of this week's poems, and quite an appropriate one, given what I was hoping to achieve. Cloudy day, anything to reach the sun. Thank you so much to all you lovely poets, and of course Linda for all the work she does over on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave something in the comments in this month's video prompt. Keep Linda busy. And thank you so much for joining me today. My plan for next time is to continue with podcasts to inspire you to write for the anthology, Belonging and Alienation, when the invite comes. And don't forget, you'll only get the invite if you're on the mailing list. You can sign up on the website at Poetry P. So until next week, keep writing. And don't forget to check out the episode show notes for all the bits and bobs and links. Ciao!